So the end of chapter 9 was inspired by an old Flash comic book. So the DC superheroes character, the Flash. This was during probably the late 90s, maybe even the mid 90s. I guess I'm getting old, but he was having a conversation with his girlfriend, and the L word had come up, and he all of a sudden, they were both very uncomfortable, and talking about the salads that they were eating, and she says, "Oh gosh, maybe it's." They laugh about it for a second. They said, "Well," she says, "Well, it's not like we can't talk about this stuff, right?" And then ninjas attack, and he just has this capture that says, "Ninjas attack." Thank God. To some extent, I wasn't quite sure how to end the scene, but I also wanted to move back into something fast-paced again. That we had a lot of talking, a lot of dialogue and development that had gone on in the last, I'm not sure how many pages, but for the last several chapters. And so I wanted to kick things back up a notch, because I like to keep it fast-paced, and let's face it, it's a fantasy adventure story. So ninjas attacked. To be perfectly frank, don't know why they're ninjas yet, but I will. That's part of the writing process, is you find out what your creation actually is all about. I do know who they work for and how they are connected to one of the other characters that we've already seen thus far, and I think that it will introduce another layer to the world and the threat that the characters are facing beyond just the threat of those below. Those below are the main antagonists who move the story, but they generally don't act as directly as they have. And so we're going to be introduced in chapter 10 to some of the other antagonists in the story who are related to those below, but are not directly pitting psychic octopi against Jasper and his friends. So look out for that, and I hope you guys enjoy.